We salute to our Commander-in-Chief, President of the United States of America. Right? We have the flags right here. And we can put that over our heart when we say the Star Spangled Banner or any other patriotic song. But today, we're going to be learning about the presidents. There's a lot of them. In fact, there are 46 total, including the current one, which is really cool. So we're going to go through a list of the presidents. We did this in one other video, but we're going to touch upon a couple of the presidents in a little bit of a different, more intense way than with just listing what number they were. We're going to list what number they were, what years that they were president, and maybe a little background information on some of them. Okay? And then we're going to get into singing some songs written about the presidents. There's a few which just talks about the presidents in the title. And it says, one of them is actually James K. Polk. That's the name of the song. And the other one is called Abe Lincoln. And then, of course, there's another one from James Brown called Funky President. And in addition to that, there's a band called the Presidents of the United States of America. So we're going to do a couple songs from them. So all in all, probably 4 or 5 songs, and then talking about these presidents. There's a lot of them. So first one, right, we have George Washington. He was president from 1789 to 1797. First president of the United States. Pretty cool. The $1 bill is also George Washington, which is pretty fun. Second president is John Adams. He was from 1797 to 1801. He was actually part of the Federalist Party. So today we know it as Democratic and Republican, and then Libertarian, and the Green Party, and all independent parties. This Federalist one was very short-lived, but it's pretty neat that it's part of history. So a little tidbit about John Adams. Third president is Thomas Jefferson. He's on the $2 bill, which is really cool. He was from 1801 to 1809. He was a Democratic Republican. James Madison was the 4th president from 1809 to 1817, also a Democratic Republican. James Monroe is the 5th president from 1817 to 1825, also Democratic Republican. Then we move on to John Quincy Adams from 1825 to 1829, Democratic Republican and National Republican. Then we move on to Andrew Jackson, which is cool. He's on the $20 bill from 1829 to 1837, the Democratic Party. All right, then we have Martin Van Buren, which is a really, really cool name. Democratic Party from 1837 to 1841. We move on to William Henry Harrison for our number 9 president, number 9. He's from the Whig Party, which is not one that exists anymore. The Whig Party from just in 1841. He was only president for a month. Pretty wild. Maybe our shortest-lived president. Then we have John Tyler, also of the Whig Party, from 1841 to 1845, as our 10th president. Our 11th president was James K. Polk from 1845 to 1849, and he was from the Democratic Party. And we have Zachary Taylor from 1849 to 1850. About a year and a half he was president, part of the Whig Party as well. Then we have the 13th president, Millard Fillmore. That's a pretty cool name. And he was president from 1850 to 1853, also the Whig Party, W-H-I-G, which is really interesting. Then we have Franklin Pierce for the 14th president from 1853 to 1857. James Buchanan from 1857 to 1861 is our 15th president. Then we have our 16th president that everybody knows, Abraham Lincoln, on the penny, on the $5 bill, and did his Gettysburg Address. Worked for anti-slavery, which is amazing, and so many other things as well. From 1861 to 1865, he was from the Republican Party. All right, then we have Andrew Johnson, our 17th president from 1865 to 1869, part of the National Union and Democratic Party. Ulysses S. Grant, oh, that guy. Yeah, very, very powerful general in the war. Civil War, Ulysses S. Grant, 1869 to 1877, part of the Republican Party. He's our 18th president. Our 19th president is Rutherford B. Hayes, from 1877 to 1881, part of the Republican Party. Then we have James Garfield, only president for about 6 months in 1881, and a Republican Party. Then we have Chester Arthur as our president number 21 from 1881 to 1885, the Republican Party. Then we have Grover Cleveland as number 22. And what's cool about Grover Cleveland is he was a president from in 1865 to actually no, 1885 to 1889, and then again from 1893 to 1897. He had a break in the middle, but he was the 22nd and the 24th president, our only president to do that, to sort of skip a term in the middle and then come back again. They must have liked them enough. The 23rd president is Benjamin Harrison from the Republican Party, 1889 to 1893. So now we move on to the 25th president of William McKinley, where we finally get into the 20th century here. From 1897 to 1901, part of the Republican Party. There is a mountain called Mount McKinley, which is pretty cool. Then there's Teddy Roosevelt from 1901 to 1909, Republican Party, as our 26th president. He was very much of an adventurer and traveled around a lot, and pretty neat. All right, William Howard Taft from 1909 to 1913 as our 27th president, part of the Republican Party. Then we have Woodrow Wilson. A lot of halls are named after him. I've seen some streets named after him. Woodrow Wilson from 1913 to 1921 as our 28th president, part of the Democratic Party. Then our 29th president was Warren G. Harding from 1921 to 1923 of the Republican Party. Then we have Calvin Coolidge from 1923 to 1929 of the Republican Party. Our 31st president is Herbert Hoover from 1929 to 1933. During the big Great Depression, he was our president, the Republican Party. And then we have Franklin D. Roosevelt from 1933 to 1945. 12 years as president. Wild. Through some of the Great Depression, through World War II, amazing. Democratic Party for 12 years, 1933 to 1945, our 32nd president. Then we have our 33rd president, which is Harry S. Truman, from 1945 to 1953. Dwight D. Eisenhower is our 34th president from 1953 to 1961, part of the Republican Party. Good old Ike. Then we have JFK, John F. Kennedy, from 1961 to 1963 as our 35th president, a very young president, and part of the Democratic Party. Then we have LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson, as our 36th president from 1963 to 1969, part of the Democratic Party. Then we have Richard Nixon, leading us into the Vietnam War, 1969 to 1974, part of the Republican Party. Then we have Gerald Ford from 1974 to 1977 as our 38th president of the Republican Party. We have Jimmy Carter after that, the 39th president from 1977 to 1981 in the Democratic Party. And then after that we have Ronald Reagan as our 40th president from 1981 to 1989. For 8 years there, Republican Party. He was also an actor, a very famous actor, Ronald Reagan, right? In our 41st president, we have George H.W. Bush, the elder Bush, from 1989 to 1993 in the Republican Party. After that, we have Bill Clinton from 1993 to 2001, part of the Democratic Party, as our 42nd president. Then after this, we have George W. Bush, which is our 43rd president from 2001 to 2009 as a Republican Party. We're coming up on the last three that have been president. Barack Obama from 2009 to 2017, the first black African-American president, as our 44th president, commander-in-chief, part of the Democratic Party. Then we have Donald Trump from 2017 to 2021 as our 45th president, the Republican Party. And now currently we have Joe Biden as our 46th president from 2021 until present. And that's pretty neat, right? There's so many presidents. In fact, like we said, there's 46 of them. And there's a little bit of tidbit information about some of them, which is kind of neat when you think about it. There's a lot to go around for these presidents, and we just touched upon them, what number they were, maybe a little bit of information on a few of them, which is kind of cool, and kind of what party they were from, a little bit of background on them, possibly, just like we talked about with Ronald Reagan being an actor. There are a lot of other cool pieces of information that we could take from these presidents, right? And so that's what we're doing today. Presidents. Songs and information on presidents. Now let's get into singing some songs, huh? All right, so we got a song here that we're going to do called Abe Lincoln from a guy named Bishop Allen. Abe Lincoln, God bless him, did his best to end depression. Good thinker, smart talker, very tall man, very fast walker. Abe Lincoln, what a shame, got shot down by his three right men. Oh, Abe Lincoln, where are you? blood was blue. Oh Lord, what a shame. Sir had such good aim. Got shot down by his 3 right veins. Cannon boys, where are you now? In heaven, in heaven, in heaven, you're in heaven now. MLK, God bless him. Malcolm X, God bless him. Mahatma Gandhi, God bless him. John Lennon, God bless him. Oh Lord, what a shame. Got gunned down at the height of their fame. The Beach Boys, where are you now? Ronald Reagan, why oh why? How did he manage to slide on by? All right, we got that one. Abe Lincoln by none other than Bishop Allen. A little bit of a history lesson in that song, right? Which is kind of cool. All right, so we're going to do another one here. Another song that talks about one of our presidents. Pretty neat. This one is going to be called James K. Polk. It's by a band called They Might Be Giants. They have a lot of cool songs for kids, educational songs, and so that's why we kind of like this one for this particular session. So we're going to sing the song called James K. Polk, and pretty cool when you think about it. All right. Let's do this. In 1844, the Democrats were split. 3 nominees for the presidential candidate. Martin Van Buren, a former president and an abolitionist. James Buchanan, a moderate. Louis Cass, a general and an expansionist. Nashville came a dark horse rising up. He was James K. Polk, Napoleon of the sun. Austere, severe, careful people dear. Oratory feelings full of fear. The factions soon breed. Just a man we need to bring about victory. Fill the manifest destiny. And annex the land of Mexicans. The land. And when the votes were cast, the winner was Mr. James K. Polk, Napoleon of the stump. In 4 short years, he met his every goal. Sees the whole Southwest from Mexico. Made sure the terrorists fell and made all English sell the Oregon Territory. Built an independent treasury. Having done all this, he sought no second term. Precious few have mourned of passing out. Mr. James K. Polk, our 11th president. Young Hickory, Young Hickory, Napoleon of the stump. All right, very cool. Different kind of song, which is kind of nice when you think about it, to do some different things. And so we got that one there. All right, so we're going to get this one here called Funky President by James Brown, which is pretty cool. Funky down nasty, listen to the man rap Godfather, payback, cold-blooded. People, gotta get over before we go under. People, gotta get over before we go under. Hey, country, didn't say what you meant, just change the brand new fucking president. Stock market going up, jobs going down. There ain't no funky jobs to be found. Tax keeps going up. I changed from a class, now I drink from a big cup. Get it bad. People, you gotta get over before we go under. Listen to me. Let's get together and raise. Get together and get some land. Raise the food like the man. Save the money like the mob. Work up the fight, own the job. Tell them Godfather, turn on your funk motor. Get down and praise the Lord. Get something, get funky and dance. Love me, baby, love me nice. Don't make it once, can you make it twice? I like it. People, you got to get over before we go under. Oh yeah, people, well, before we go under. Turn on your funk motor, I know it's tough. Turn on your funk motor, you get enough. Give yourself a chance to come through. Tell yourself I can do what you can do. And listen to the man, rap Godfather, payback, cold-blooded. People, oh yeah. People, hey. People, don't you see what's going on? People, got to get together. We got to get together and buy some land. Raise our food just like the man. Save our money too like the mob. Save up the fight, own the job. We got to get over before we go under. Come on, let's do it. Oh Lord, don't you know just what I meant? We just changed, got a brand new funky president. I need the mayor, so I can change a few things around here. I need to be the governor. I need to be the governor. All right, pretty cool. James Brown with a funky president. Pretty cool. All right, so here we go. We're going to do this one here. Song. Now, these next two songs are going to be by a band called the Presidents of the United States of America. They don't actually have president in the title, and we're not doing any other patriotic songs, just some different ones today for the President's Day. That happens in the month of February, which is pretty cool. So this one's called Peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Peaches come from a can, they were put there by a man in a factory downtown. If I had my little way, I'd eat peaches every day. Some junk bulges in the sand. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, eat me a lot of peaches. Took a little nap with a tall twist, squished a rotten peach in my fist, and dreamed about you, woman. I pulled my finger down inside, make a little room for an ant to hide. Nature's candy in my hand, or can or hide. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches. Beaches for free. Look out! All right, pretty fun song there from none other than the Presidents of the United States of America. So we got one last song from them, Presidents of the United States of America. Pretty cool band. They're from Seattle, Washington. So pretty neat. There's not too many bands that sound like this, I feel like. They really have their kind of own unique style. And so they have a song called Lump. And what's fun about this song is that Weird Al Yankovic did a cool version of this song, but he called it Gump. And this is right when the movie Forrest Gump came out. So that was kind of fun to see that and to hear that going on, which is a lot of fun. Alrighty, so here we go. We are going to get in the mood for this next one and sing Lump, which is by that band we just sang a song by, Presidents of the United States of America. So here we go with this one here called Lump. Lump sat alone in a buggy march, totally emotionless except for her heart. Mud flowed up into lumps of pajamas. She totally confused all the passing of piranhas. She's up, she's in my head. She's up, she might be dead. Lump fingered in line, full brains. The one's got sore right and insane. Small things are said that the birds can ban. This lump fast asleep and rocking now with the band. She's up, she's in my head. She's up, she might be dead. Lump of sand and lonely and need a shove. Lump of something on a kiss and tumble into love. She spent her 20s between the sheets. Life lumped along at subsonic speeds. She's up, she's in my head. She's up, she might be dead. Pretty fun. All right, so those are some songs about the Presidents of the United States of America, as well as the band, the Presidents of the United States of America, for our President's Day celebration here. Thanks so much again for tuning in. We hope you learned something. We hope you had a little bit of fun doing some different songs with peace and love and thumbs up and A-OK and cowabunga and, of course, rock and roll. And we'll see you later on for who knows what. You got to keep tuning in for different song topics, different themes for us this time of year. Bye-bye!